We're live.
Oh, are we? That's crazy.
It's pretty crazy, yeah. Let me find the link. I hope background noises can't be heard because my window's open, which means there's lots of like.
I closed
aircraft.
all of my aircrafts. I closed all of my windows preemptively. Oh my god, the neighbors were. I hate it when.
What about you have loud neighbours, you do.
Yeah, I've got loud, fucking inconsiderate, chavvy neighbors. God, suck dick.
See, I live in an area of old people, so there's not really any noise.
I'm gonna have to mute JB just while we're having the podcast.
Oh
Like he's having a polite No. He's having a polite conversation with me for once, which is nice. But yeah, in Discord. But I can't.
Which Discord?
He's having a polite conversation with.
Great, I think Rob's disconnecting. Alright, let me give you the link.
Yeah, give me the link.
You cut out there. You're cutting out a bit, bro. Let's close some shit. Robert, where have you gone? This is great. Just we'll start with one.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Can you?
Oh, he's just left. Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Are you playing games again, Chaz? Because that's gonna upset me.
What do you mean? Am I playing games?
Where you're like, what? Just joking, and you think that's funny somehow.
Oh, that.
Yeah, dumb cunt
Well,
man,
no, I
dirty
did piss
cunt
you off
man,
because
stupid
you
cunt
beat
man.
it to us, so I just thought, you know what.
I was not. How dare you? Right, are we gonna start every podcast with just needless arguing?
I mean, it's not me who's doing that. It's kind of you.
You know what? Okay, if you wanna believe that, that's fine. That's fine. So, it is podcast episode 12. We are greeting you today on. Should we wait till there's people? It doesn't matter.
Well, what's up?
No, I'm building up some energy. I'm introducing.
That's fair enough. I was very just low energy, just demotivated this weekend. Like, I couldn't be asked for anything.
I went through one day of like, I had a mad depressive 10 hours.
Same, except
and
it
then
was
completely
like
switched
3
it
days.
around. Wow, okay. Was it Callum? Did Callum hurt you?
Nah, I mean, kinda. It's like, because it was really hot recently and I really wanted to do something for it.
Yeah.
So I was messaging everyone like, we have to go out and do something. Like, it's too good to waste. So I was like, we should go to Nottingham because I'm not fucking around in Mansfield. There's fuck all to do. And then Kaz like, oh, but by the time we get there, we're dead. And it's like, yeah, that's the fucking point. It's summer. We're supposed to be fucking sweating out of our arseholes. So it's like, might as well just go there and do something. It's better than doing nothing. And just
do you still hold that? Let me move my mic a wee bit closer in the hopes that I can make this a bit more.
Oh wait, let me
make this a bit more personal.
Let's do this as well.
Hey baby, if you're good to mama, mama's good to you.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, nothing.
Have you seen...
Sorry,
no, I shouldn't change the subject. What were you saying?
I was gonna say, do you very much do you hold the Phineas and Ferb mentality that there's 104 days of summer vacation and you should be spending it doing nice things because there's limited time for the sunshine and friendship, and one day you'll be old and depressed.
Yes, that is exactly me. I want to get
like maybe.
Well, because I've always seen summers at like that time of like opportunity and like potential, like however way you look at it.
Chaz, can you make me a moderator so we can ban Tsukage Mutton from the chat?
Sure.
Oh, what a Bomber! Every time I see Bomber, I think it's Boo.
We'll get rid of Yubi as well, why not?
It's just a message deleted. I just love that you gave him no chance. It's like Thanos saw the face of Yubi and just went. He was so done. Oh my gosh. What up, Jeremy? Jeremy Kirkhoff. Nice to see you.
That's a new face.
He turns up in my podcasts often. Nice to see you
Your
on
podcasts?
Sorry, not my podcast. Sorry, my live streams. Whenever the hell I do them. I'm cheating on you, fuck
JB, of course. Welcome to the stream, the podcast, my boy.
Is JB Bomber?
Yeah, that's Bomber. We've discussed this.
I have to ask this every time.
Literally.
Hi guys. My God, Chazington, you bitch.
So what were we talking about 2 minutes ago before we got interrupted?
Your mentality towards summer and spending it doing Phineas and Ferb crap.
Oh yeah, no, just every day it just feels like, or whenever it's sunny at least, it's like you should go out and make the most of that. But like no one can be arsed. Like I messaged Callum and he just can't be arsed. I messaged Owen and he's sat on his fat arse playing fucking Rainbow Six. It's like, why do I bother with these people anymore?
Sat on his fat arse.
Might as well kill myself.
Jeremy, what's good? Is this your first time on the podcast, Jeremy?
I've not seen his face before.
Yeah, I think it's his first time turning. I've definitely seen him in my live streams. I appreciate his participation. Jeremy, have we played Bloodborne together by any chance? Did you actually cooperate in any of the Bloodborne streams?
Yes.
I don't know if you're saying yes to being in the podcast before or yes to the Bloodborne, but that's fine. We'll figure it out. Yeah. So, Jazz, how would you rather be spending your summer? You're a young lad. You've actually got a summer vacation right now. How would you rather be spending your summer?
Just by doing shit, like whether it's spending time with people or like making a video, just anything that's better than sitting around and just wasting it.
I've got an interesting circumstance right now. The build up of my house has changed. So you know how I live with Jade?
Yeah.
I have also lived with every single member of Jade's family for a period of time. Okay. Her brothers live with us. You've met her brother because he lived with us for a period of time. Even before I was living in my current place, I'd lived with Eden in the past. Yeah. We currently have a situation, and their mother is with us.
Okay.
And the reason why that's interesting is because she's pretty spry. She likes doing young people stuff. She actually looks quite young. Yeah. And we're gonna go dancing. We're gonna go to dance lessons together. Because my current girlfriend is tiny and short.
Oh shit, Ozzy, what's good?
Oh shit, Ozzy, Tsuchikage Mitsu in the chat.
Welcome, Ozzy.
Welcome, Ozzy, for as long as you decide to stay. Nice to have you here. No, it's fine. He can stay for as long as he likes.
We don't force people to stay, although you should stay.
We should get him on for a little bit at some point.
Eventually. Well, I want to. I do want to have people going at some point.
But yeah, to continue with my theory, we're hoping to go to some dance classes soon. There's a bar, Rev de Cuba, I believe, that has a private area, and hell, they do dance lessons, and I can't. Like, I've wanted to do dance for a while. It's this will sound like a joke, but I'm deadly serious. It feels like the sexiest way to get some exercise. I feel like it would be great
I get
confidence.
that. I get that, yeah.
Right?
I remember I actually used to want to do dancing, and then I looked at I watched a routine. I was like, nah, fuck that. It's just literally. That's a thank you, Ozzy. We appreciate that.
Dance is a weird one because. I've been to the gym recently and it's horrible. I'm in so much pain.
Oh, bro, I started working out as well. It's in this weather as well. It's like actually.
Yeah, and I went for 2 days, and now today and tomorrow I'm intending to do as little as possible because I'm so not used to exercise that I just want to collapse and die. But there's something about the energy of dancing and the social aspect of it when you're doing it with a bunch of people and you can just enjoy it together. It looks fun, and if you're doing it with a partner, it can be sexy. And I spend so much of my time not being sexy that I just want to go and dance.
It depends what kind of dance you're doing, because if you're doing bounce by the ounce, then
yeah, whenever I hear bounce by the ounce, I just imagine a balding sad man who's just like, "You alright, Preston?"
No, because that's the fucking video. I fucking love that video.
Give us a tweet if you like, Preston. You from up north.
It depends, how you fucking what dancing you're doing.
It's disgusting. Bounce by the ounce.
Big up Preston North End.
It's simultaneously the best and worst title for anything. If a group of my friends were like pre-drinking at my house and they're about to leave and they're like, "Oh, where you guys going?" And they're like, "Bounce by the ounce."
Oh
I
my
would
God.
shit my pants immediately. Have you seen that tweet where Mickey Mouse goes, "Whoa"?
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be that, and then brown in the underpants.
It's just
Y'all are going to bounce by the ounce? What the fuck?
Who names a place fucking Preston? It's called Preston. Oh, if you don't know what we're talking about, search for a video called "Bounce by the Ounce." It's a classic instant.
Owen activates his stand. Bounce by the ounce. Oh my god! Oh, I love it! I love it. Now that it's a stand, I kind of appreciate it.
I mean, I don't know if it's a song. It's just some shit like some guy said. The guy at the beginning of the video is like, "Yo, check it. This is Bounce by the Ounce." that's it. And it's just the guy you'd expect. You know what I mean? Oh.
Holy shit! Holy fucking shit!
What's on the list? We are very off topic. We'll do this every time we do a podcast.
We don't like. It's good if we're off topic.
Oh,
it
no,
means we've got enough
great.
shit to talk.
We do have shit to talk about. That is true. I mean, we haven't spoken to each other for about a week or two. No. We've spoken.
It's been a while. We've had some quiet. We played like hours of Minecraft. Like, real talk. If we can go off on this tangent,
sure.
The re-insurgence of Minecraft is so real. It's so real. Like, honestly, the chilled. Oh, sorry. Bomber. JB, I absolutely love playing Just Dance.
Kidding.
It's well good. But yeah, the re-insurgence of Minecraft is so real. It's I didn't think I'd enjoy it as much as I do, but honestly, it is so chill. Grabbing a bro and spending a couple hours just building a world slowly, and especially with the way that Chaz plays. Chaz loves creative, but not in creative mode. We only ever play survival, but he's only ever interested in creative. We haven't done any raiding. We haven't gone to the Nether yet. We haven't gone to the end. Which is fine. We'll get there. But you'll enjoy just hopping into a world and seeing what's the most resourceful thing you can do in the area that you are. And it's fun when you can just sit in that world and just build and watch slowly develop. It's chill. It's got that Animal Crossing vibe where what you get out of the game is what you choose to make of it, and it's lovely. Right, I've been streaming my consciousness. Chaz, take the stage.
Okay, right. Well, should we just move on to what's on the list?
Sure.
We'll go to the top of the list. We've got recent media. So, Rob, what's been going on in recent media? Because you put this on the list, so let's...
I did put it on the list. So, I have a friend called Kanchi. He's an official member of Brown Boys Informal Collective.
The Brown Boys Formal Collective, is that it?
Yeah, he's the Indian brown boy. Okay. I'm the Dominican brown boy, and Cole's the Jamaican brown boy. Yeah, he's a very good friend of mine. Watch shows together because we both want to actively watch more anime, but struggle to find the time. So if we make the commitment to see each other and watch anime together, we'll actually get through stuff. We recently watched A Place Further Than the Universe, which is...
yeah, you were talking about this.
Yeah, this was many people's anime of the year last year, and it tells the lovely story of 4 high school girls who take a trip to Antarctica, and they do it very realistically. Like a lot of anime, when they have some radical circumstance, will inject a bunch of animeisms to make it flashy or out of place, but everything that takes place is very believable. It's a nice narrative, and because they're not focused on big anime stakes, it allows them to focus more on the macro of the characters. And actually, it's a nice example of storytelling. Because what I mean by that is some animes you just watch for the spectacle of the visuals. Like One Punch Man Season 1, the actual story taking place is very, very basic. But oh my god, does it look good. This anime is kind of in the opposite direction. It is a very pretty anime, but there is nothing actiony about it. It's just enjoyable, chilled out high school girl storytelling. Very, very good. I can understand why it's a lot of people's anime of the year. It wasn't mine, but it was. I definitely appreciate it. I'd give it a recommendation for anybody who's looking to slow down and just appreciate something that's pretty and chill.
I mean, you know me, I only really watch shonen. I mean, recently I haven't been watching anything. I just don't find the time to watch anime or like any show in general, to be honest.
We should watch Dr. Stone.
We should catch up on JoJo before we do anything.
And Megalobox! Oh!
Fucking hell, we started that like 7 months ago.
I'm proud that we managed to even finish Devilman Crybaby. Did we watch that together, or did we watch that separately?
You watched the first half of it on your own, and then I was like, oh shit, you at that bit? Alright, let me hop in. That's what happened.
Yeah. Oh, I've still got the image of Best Girl's head on a spike at the end.
Why did you take a picture?
Sorry, spoilers. But oh my god. Oh my god.
That bit was a shock, honestly.
Oh, it was so and she was so cute. She's a top waifu. She is.
Absolutely.
She's so serene.
Have you seen VOG Devilman, like the original dub?
Sorry, I'm just thinking of his squishy, innocent face looking up and going, "Fuck you."
My favorite bits were just running is like, "Fucking hellfire." So formal.
They recently had a clip on Perfectly Cut Scream.
I saw it. Yeah. It's like,
that guy?
He died.
Yeah. It's so stupid.
We're actually speaking.
Oh yeah.
We were gonna
on a wall.
We were gonna make an abridged of that actually.
Yeah,
should we have this like move into our next topic, which is actually a bridge series?
Oh, can we read the script?
Do you still have it?
No, I don't think I do. But if I quick improvise, so let me pitch to you guys in a bridge series that we were doing. In Devilman Crybaby, there's a scene that Bomber just mentioned where the main character in Devilman Crybaby, he's a half devil, half man, and he's got a load of demonic energy in him. Man.
Human.
Man!
Such a fucking great soundtrack, honestly.
So, main character Ten Sensei, he wakes up and he's jizzed on the ceiling. Like the force of his jizz was so strong that he managed to blast it. And this was a really high ceiling. You're like, when they show the scene, he's in like a studio apartment where the ceiling
was a lot.
Yeah, there's this big blast of white gloop on the ceiling that's just slightly viscous and dripping down. And the scene immediately after is him having dinner with his family.
Yeah.
So we were gonna abridge it to have him being like, whatever the fuck if you do not mention that you jizzed on the ceiling.
No. I don't know. It's just like, no, because it's like he nuts, and then it's like silent. It's just, and then it's at the dinner scene. It's like, right, can't let anyone know this, and then just seconds it's just announcing to everyone. So I nutted on the ceiling.
yeah. It's just like, so how's everyone day been? I jizzed on the ceiling.
Yeah, that was it.
And the dad's like, I remember my first jizz. The year was 1847. Jenny Denver looks especially ravenous in her pale white overcoat.
We need to fucking we need to get back on the original.
Yeah,
I figured
out the proper way to edit it so we can make it look decent.
We need to get back on that. We'll do it.
So you're the voice of Akira, right?
I'll do Akira.
Oh. Akira Fudo. I stepped on a belt and it fucked up my foot.
Wow.
Which is also a callback to that video where I stepped on a belt and fucked up my foot.
What? When was this?
On one of my very first YouTube videos, like maybe even the Colrist video. Remember when I used to put little clips of myself just living at the end of the video?
Yeah.
One of them was just me going, I stood on a belt and fucked up my foot, and then it ends.
I think I remember that.
Oh my god. Oh look, Yubi's back.
What was a bit what was it? The coat hanger.
Whatever are you talking about, Chaz? Charlie, whatever are you talking about? Charlie? Charlie? What are you talking about, Charlie?
You had an itch around your bottom, and the way you scratched this itch was with a coat hanger. And you mentioned how it entered inside you.
So, what other abridged series? Are you
Well, right, fuck it, let's move on. We were gonna do the JoJo shit, weren't we?
Chaz, in the world of JoJo, if you could have your own stand,
Okay.
can you conceptualize it? Can you pitch to me your stand idea?
No. It's literally
Great.
like, I've thought about this for hours on end, and I still can't think of anything. Like, honestly.
Great.
I know what your stand will be, and no offense, it's pretty gay, but
Yeah, it is. I like it. I like my gay little stand. Heaven's Door! Oh, Heaven's Door is such a twink.
not really.
It's a twink stand.
Not really. I mean, Rohan's a bit of a...
It's a little boy. Yeah. Rohan is absolutely a twink.
Rohan's
boy.
a fucking Skyrim NPC.
What?
Have you not seen that meme?
Stop! You're a
it's like his dub in part 4
Yeah.
is so like Skyrim NPC. Like
just
people just
in this
What were you saying?
that they just walk into really basic conversations.
I mean, kind of. That's how his like they're the vibes his voice actor gives off. Like,
Oh, okay.
pray tell her you.
Oh, fuck that! It's. Is this the independent variable all over again?
Oh my god.
Is this virgin killer extraordinaire? So, drop my mic.
Wow.
Me and sorry to completely derail the JoJo conversation, but me and Chaz have been playing a fair amount of Apex Legends.
We haven't recently.
Not terribly
We haven't
recently,
played it
but
for
we
like a
definitely
week.
we go through phases of playing it a lot and then taking breaks. We're on a break right now, but in one of our heights of playing it, there's a character called who's the fat lad called?
Caustic.
Caustic. There's a character called Caustic, and he likes to speak in science terminology. And every time he opens his fucking mouth, you can feel the sex leave your body. Because he's such a dweebus McFleebus. Like yeah. So he likes to speak in needlessly long terms, like the probability of success is beyond our measure. I've added an independent variable. Or like you'll shoot down a creature and he'll go, "We've just murdered a Felis felicis," and he'll go through the full scientific name of the creature. And like it's not an insult that I like to use often, but every time he speaks, I just want to go, "Oh, you fucking virgin! Close your hole! Shut up!" Oh my god!
Right, what have we got next?
Stands. We still didn't.
Stands?
Chaz,
Oh,
who's your stander?
I don't know, because I went through many phases, and it's usually like with music I listen to. Because I'm not gonna have a stand named after a song that I fucking hate. And
Cheeseburger Family.
No. At the time, it was like what was it? At the time, it was Chop Suey. I thought that was a kind of a sick stand name.
I like that.
But when I was like, nah, I don't really listen to it as much. So I was like, okay. I moved on a bit. And now I found an artist I really like. But I don't know what I'd fucking name the song. What? Let me look at some of his songs now.
Jack Stauber.
Yeah, Jack Stauber. You know, God himself.
He's a lad.
He's a lad.
God.
I mean, if you heard his music.
Yeah, you force me to hear his music, fam.
I don't force you. I say you should listen to his song. You're like, later. So I have to force you because you'll never fucking do it.
Oh, shut the dick. Shut the dick,
Right.
your face.
Okay. Buttercup.
Buttercup.
2 Time. We could go Candy Eyes. That's a good one.
Candy Eyes. Ooh.
The Motions of Fun. That'd work. That's kind of like a man in the mirror. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man in Zamira.
Bubble Gun. That's a good one.
Bubble Gun. Ooh.
What else? Coy Boy.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Inchman.
A water-based stand.
Al Dente.
Amazing.
Love and Company. That's a sick one.
Ooh.
Very few. I don't know what I'd have though. I'd have to have a
Does
long
that...
thing. Oh, Fighter. That's a good one. What kind of basic?
Fighter.
Yeah, there are just a few.
Continue on, because I feel like you've clearly not thought. You've clearly not spent enough time thinking out your own.
Well, no, not recently, but I used to a lot. Like back when I used to play Black Ops 4 a lot. Like just when I used to sweat out zombies, it was just like, okay. Let's just think of something.
So pitch to me just a general stand idea then. You don't have to cement it as your stand. Just pitch to me a stand.
I don't know, because I've never actually gone enough to think of like what the stand would be, because I've never had like enough detail. Because I don't want a basic just attack stand. I want some like actual, like, what is it, like ability.
Yeah.
That has pros and cons.
Yeah, like mine.
I mean, I can't remember what yours was entirely. What? Let's hear yours.
Right. So, I've officially got a stand. The album that I listen to most.
You have it. You have the stand.
Yes, I have the stand.
it's with you.
I am a stando Sukai. I'm a stand user.
Okay.
So the album that I listen to most is by Rex Orange County, and the album is called Apricot Princess. My stand was going to be a stand called Apricot Princess. It was going to be a feminine-looking stand, but it was still going to be male in its outlook, like
so
a lot of
stand.
Maybe. It was going to be weak. It was still going to have attack properties, but it was going to be noticeably weaker than a lot of short range attack stands.
So
Apricots, if you want to call it a twink, you can call it a twink. I don't necessarily think that's the case, but you're clearly very set on the idea that my stand might be a twink. And the idea between my stand is it was going to have a dominion or control or change of hormones and certain minerals. So what it could do with that is it could escalate feelings of fear by increasing levels of adrenaline or decreasing levels of adrenaline in people to swing how they feel in different ways. It could increase feelings of connection or arousal by increasing levels of oxytocin. It could increase or decrease your sleepiness by increasing like adenosine. There's lots of different hormones that generally can like affect how you feel or how you act or how motivated or demotivated you are and stuff like that. So for example, dopamine, the standard happy chemical, I was going to have the ability to remove or increase levels of that in people to inspire how they want to do stuff. Other abilities alongside this change of minerals and hormones was going to be that I could ripen fruit just as a general thing, and I could also change the alignment of lesser creatures. For example, bees and ants, whether or not they're drones or workers, is often just a case of hormones. I could change that, so I could change the ability, like the designations of certain animals like that.
So you'd get bees to attack people.
Well, yeah, I could take a bunch of worker bees and turn them into drones if I wanted to. But my stand was going to be less about attacking and more about influencing. It would work slowly. So the drawback of the stand, because you've got to have in a well-written JoJo stand, you've got to have drawbacks. The drawback is the larger the creature, the less of an actual strength I have on it. So ants and bees are really easy to affect. And small creatures like dogs, I could make them really angry or really happy super easily because they're small and simplified. Human beings, I have to have a slow effect on. I can change how the concentrations of different hormones, but I have to do it over a sustained period of time.
That'd be pretty overpowered, wouldn't it?
Exactly. So that was going to be... That would have been my my ability.
Yeah. Okay.
The stand Rob is talking about is really similar to Purple Haze feedback one. Purple Haze just kills things. Purple Haze just has poison gas.
That is true.
What is Mon? Isn't that already a stand from Purple Haze feedback? What's the difference between Purple Haze and Purple Haze feedback?
I've got no fucking clue. I think it was a Was it like a light novel or something?
Maybe. I don't know the entirety of JoJo's. As Chaz likes to mention, I've not seen part 3 or 4.
You've not seen part 2.
I've not seen part 2, you're right.
You cretin. You absolute batty.
Wow, that's rude.
Yeah.
Purple Haze feedback is a book for JoJo's. Okay, I'm learning here.
Alright.
Guys.
Go on.
I was going to say,
shall we move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
What is next? Because we've kind of fucked around with the list. We went from item number 1 to item number 6, and then to like item number 3. What are we doing?
I'm looking at a gif of.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, Chaz, I'm really excited for My Hero Academia. I'm sure we'll get another season this year, hopefully, but I don't know when. And when it comes out, I think it's going to be a very hyped. Like, there's been trailers. There's been like little bits of footage of the three top class heroes that we saw in the final episodes of the last season. So I'm excited to see them in action, and I want to see what the other 2 quirks are, since we only saw Popeye the Phase Boy.
Fucking hell. Honestly, I'm not too hyped for it. But I'm
You're
gonna
not?
watch. I'm gonna watch it, and I'm probably gonna enjoy it. But at the minute, I'm just not hyped.
What are you hyped for?
Uh,
Oh, it's coming in October.
not a lot.
Iceborne.
I'm excited for it. I'm not really hyped. Like I'm looking forward for it.
Sword and Shield. Or has the world given up on that?
Looking forward, but I'm not hyped.
Leeds games.
Actually, that's a good point. I am incredibly excited, but very nervous.
Tell me more.
About football, because it's like, and I know not many of the people watching give a fuck about football. It's my podcast. I'll do what the fuck I want.
Wow. Okay.
But yeah, the new season starts in like I think 9 days, about 8 now. And going into the season, we've not got a centre back. We need another defender because we recently sold the man Pontus Jansson.
Janus Ponson.
Yeah, Janus Ponson. Because apparently he was a cunt in the locker room.
Oh.
So.
Oh no.
We want like I would say is probably the best defender in the league, and we let him go for fucking cheap. I'm talking 5.5 million, which is for a player cheap. That is fucking cheap. And he went to the shittiest club, Brentford FC, and they're going fucking nowhere except for relegation. So the fact he's gone to a shit club, his Premier League quality, but no one from the Premier League wants him. So it just solidifies that he could have been a cunt.
Look at all this passion Chaz has for sport.
And for the fact that he's gone for dirt cheap, it just shows he wanted to get rid of him quickly.
Dirty deeds done.
So it must have been a bit of a bell end. But like,
I bet neither of us have played Civilization, you
right. But we've not had a replacement. We've had a young player on loan come in, but like he's not gonna last a full season. Like he's gonna get shattered. He's like 20. So we need someone with experience, someone who can come in and just fill the role of centre back, and we've not got that. And our right back is injured, and our striker's just gone injured. So we've still got the injury problem. So we could just lose players throughout the season, which is worrying. And we've still not fucking improved our finishing. Like the amount of times we've had a shot and it's either been saved or we've just missed it is fucking unbearable to watch. And it was the same issue we had last season. And watching our pre-season games, it's just the same issue by the looks of things.
I hope everybody understood that football chat.
I'm hoping we can pull a madness. We're the favourites to get promoted this season. So I'm looking forward for it.
Don't you love when the designated item gets in the designated location during what?
What do you mean?
Oh my god, I really like a home team, but away team are going to be tough this time. Have you seen underdog player number 1? Oh, people feel a strong way about underdog player number 1.
What the fuck are you on about?
Oh my god, did you see the... Oh. And when they scored the basket in the goal?
The basket in the goal.
Crazy.
You are a virgin.
I'll have a football team and a basketball team and I'll make them play baseball. So, Chaz, we've been podcasting now for 35 minutes.
We haven't. We've covered fuck all. We need to get a move on.
Okay, fine. Chaz,
What?
what video games have you been playing recently?
Oh god. Let me think. I played a bit of Minecraft today. Not too
No,
much. On your
pussy
favorite.
boy.
I've been very lost in what to play. I was literally stood looking at my games for about 10 minutes, just thinking what to play. And there's nothing. There's literally nothing that I want to play. So
You should play the new God of War.
God of War.
Oh, it's so good. It's
Well, I'm
very.
sure it is, but I don't really want to play it.
It's Game of the Year good.
I'm sure it is. It won Game of the Year, but I don't really want to play it.
You're missing out.
I bet I am, but I don't really want to play it.
We should both have Game Club where we pick up some. Like, I've picked up the new Fire Emblem today. I'm gonna hop on that at some point.
No, I've actually wanted to try it out, to be honest.
Honestly, this is probably the best introduction to the franchise.
Well, I've never played a Fire Emblem game before.
Well, yeah, then that's good. I think this is a good place to start because it's going to be the most graphically impressive, for definite.
Yeah.
So, real talk, Fire Emblem does waifus well.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I'm going to send you some fan art. Not some fan art, sorry, the official art. Fire Emblem 3 houses. And so the whole gimmick of this game, 3 houses, is that there are 3 houses. There are 3 neighboring kingdoms that all have their own armies, and in the center of the kingdoms is like a school where all of the good people from all 3 kingdoms go to train as one.
School?
Kind of like a school.
I hate school.
Wow, you hate school?
Yeah. It's gay as fuck.
Wow, okay. Okay, yeah, wow, okay. Oh, wow, okay. Right, so real talk, Chaz. Fuck off.
What?
No, so I found an image from the kingdoms, but alongside this, they were put next to 3 other characters. Okay. And the 3 other characters were just very disappointing. One of them's got your name.
I know.
It's good to be the Chaz. So, real talk, Chaz. The leader of the Yellow Deer House, the Yellow House, is fracturing people's fragile heterosexuality.
How come?
It's a guy, but oh my god,
Obviously.
What a pretty boy he is. Look at what a pretty man Yellow Leader is.
I mean, it's just a guy. It's just an
individual.
individual.
And then the second artwork that I showed you is a group of most of the main characters, all in one place. Mm-hmm. And I have a feeling that you won't be a fan because they're all wearing uniforms, quite similar. But there are some real. First of all, the character designer just loves making things look pretty. Only so out of the entire cast of characters that you can see. There's a couple that you can't see, but only 2 of the men look like men, and then all of the rest of them look like really pretty princesses.
What do you mean only 2?
Look. So every single guy that you can see on screen right now. Sorry to everybody who can't see the image that we're looking at, but every single man that you can see on screen right now looks so pretty and like a girl. And you'll notice that in Smash Bros as well. Corrin, Robin, Roy, and Marth all look like girls. Chrom looks like a girl. Ike sometimes looks like a guy, but sometimes looks like a girl. I'm deadly serious.
Ike's probably like the straightest out of all the Fire Emblem characters.
Like, there are a couple of Fire Emblem characters who, like, fall outside of looking like a pretty little pussy man. I'm gonna send you an image of Hector, who is generally thought to be pretty man as far as Fire Emblem goes. But even Hector, just in the face, looks very pretty.
What the fuck was that laugh?
Sorry, I was scrolling down the images of Hector.
You what? You cut out.
Oh, in humor. Oh, I wish we could share this with the podcast.
We'll put it on Twitter. Yeah, so follow us on Twitter, guys, if you're not already. My link's in the description, as well as my Discord server, which is definitely...
Oh my god, Chaz, stop plugging for a moment so we can actually do the podcast.
It's my podcast, I'll plug what I want.
Okay.
Alright.
Unsubs. I've posted the image that we were... recent tweet. It's a little squishy face actor.
Very well.
Oh, what a good boy. Fucking hell. Oh my god, I'm just thinking about Egg Haru.
Egg Haru, fucking hell.
Oh, that murdered me. Egg Haru was such a spicy mood.
People don't know about yet. I'll have it up. You know what? I'll put the grind in this weekend, and I'll try to get waifu review up by Monday.
Oh shit! That was part of waifu. That wasn't the last podcast. It was waifu review.
That was waifu review, yeah.
Oh my god.
That episode was a train wreck. It was one distraction after another. Rob, we'd do one objective, and I'd be like, I need to take a shit. Can you hang on a sec? And then you'd hop on Facecam on the shitter.
Oh, that was a thing that we
every detail.
We got an official recording of Let's Shit episode.
Yes, we can keep count. Let's move on.
Chaz, you approached me recently. No, we're moving on. You approached me recently with a conversation that you're completely sure where you stood on it, but it's a good opportunity to get into the nitty-gritty of it in this podcast. Chaz, gambling in Grand Theft Auto.
Yes, so the new GTA update came out about 3 days ago, if you didn't know already, and it kind of came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting it. I thought the game was done and dusted by now. I thought the attention was all on Red Dead, but it turns out it wasn't. And so finally they added the casino into GTA, which was like meant to be a thing like since it came out. Okay, this is cool. So you just want to interrupt me while I'm speaking, do you?
Sometimes.
You a disgraceful man. You're pathetic.
Yeah, I knew it. Continue with what you're saying about you.
So like it was meant to be added when the game came out, like 2013 time. Is there something you want to say? You just want to interrupt?
Go on.
No, I encourage you to say what's on your mind.
I think smoked paprika on scrambled eggs really is an important development in culinary science. Anyway, Chaz, you were saying about Grand Theft Auto?
I was saying about Grand Theft Auto. I could just mute you so I could get what I have to say.
Right, no more distractions. Please.
So it was meant to be added like back in 2013 when the game came out, but like because of basic shit like all the gambling laws and stuff like that, they couldn't add it in at the time. So I guess now they've finally found a way to get it in. And to many it's controversial. Obviously because it's gambling in video games, and people hate spending more money on a game. That's what, and I agree, it is annoying, but it's not like that. It's not like that. So basically, the way it works is you've got all your traditional like casino games like fucking roulette, slots, horse, like a digital horse racing where you can bet. Yeah, the good shit. And the way it works is you can spend in-game money on and trade them for credits, which is the currency used in the casino. Now,
yeah, you normally have a chip system.
Yeah. So, but you're not using that much money. Like, if you want, you can buy money as shark cards, which is like the way of just buying the in-game currency. But in terms of the gambling, you're not spending that much on it. Like, 10k worth of in-game currency, which is fuck all. So it's really not that much. And if you have to spend money to get 10k, you're a bit of a cunt.
Wow.
Well, no, I mean, who spends 10k? Oh, it's not 10k. Who spends like money just to get 10k worth of in-game GTA dollars? Like, that's pathetic.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty.
Yeah. So it works by trading, and you get stuff out of it. You can spend the money on the games, the in-game money, with the credits, the whatever they are, just credits, and you have the chances of winning or not winning, money back. You can profit or not, and with that money, you can turn it back into the in-game money, so it's not credits anymore. They've also added a wheel, that you can spin, and it's like a loot box, but you don't pay for it, and it's 1 day, every day you get one spin for free. You don't have to pay for anything. And what's on the wheel is like in-game clothing, in-game money, in-game XP, and the new vehicle which you can unlock from the spin, which I actually unlocked yesterday from the fucking wheel. for free. Honestly, I don't think I don't think it's that bad. I think people are just kicking up a fuss about it because it's gambling in games. But then again, the game's rated 18, and
yeah, but it's also assumed that people aren't doing that. People are not.
Oh yeah, I mean, kids play games like if kids play games rated 18, like it's fucking obvious. Like if it's just so obvious. So really, when it comes down to it, in my opinion, it's just bad parenting. Like if your kid is spending money in game, that's your fault. There are fucking ways you can stop that. You can take like credit card details off of a fucking console. There's not many excuses, to be honest. If your kid is spending money on your fucking console.
Keep your credit cards out of reach of your children. Don't give them the opportunity to be dumb little pricks.
I thought it was so obvious, but
my God. So
yeah.
Question, not about.
You cut out. Repeat that.
Sorry. Question to the chat. Yubi, what the hell is Baba Yesu Yesu? And Jaromir, what the hell is Subverse?
Yubi's being an artist. He always is.
I mean, I believe that, but I'm still interested.
I mean, if you joined his PS4 parties, you'd understand.
Oh, Chaz, have you ever seen Urbanance?
No. What is that?
Right. So, it's so strange. There was a trailer for a Western anime style animation, that theming wise, I could make a lot of comparisons to Jet Set Radio and the whole kind of street cyber fashion that's put forward in like the likes of Splatoon, Jet Set Radio, and Lethal League. And the plot was so strange. The plot was basically that there was a disease going around, or there were people going around killing anyone who would have sex.
Yeah.
Deadly serious. Like it was a bunch of kids. Like society had gotten to a point where people were just taking pills that would stimulate orgasms, so they could pretend they were having sex. Because if you had sex and some disease was passed over to you, you'd either die very quickly or people would actively hunt you out and kill you instead. And it was so strange. And it never went anywhere. That's the saddest thing. It was a really interesting trailer for a project that somebody had, and then the project never went anywhere. But I encourage you to just watch the trailer, just so you can know how strange it was.
I'll take
Urbanance.
I'll take a look. You'll have to remind me though. In fact, you know what? There's a project that has gone nowhere at a minute.
Yeah, my YouTube channel.
Yeah, but Hentai High.
Oh, I don't know how
we have big plans for it.
Like it's definitely a fun idea, and it's not going.
Not at the minute. I feel like this is gonna be the project that like will be like a masterpiece. I feel like.
Our magnum opus.
I feel like it's gonna be the project we make that we're just gonna love, because we've had the idea for such a long time, and I would love to act on this as soon as possible, but I know just what we want from it. If we want it to be a success, we can't get that right now, and we might not for the next couple of years. Like we need people.
Yeah.
We need a set.
We need people and equipment.
We need decent equipment. Yeah. But either way, that's it's still up there. We're still getting it. At some point, we'll have it. Big Toe Owen.
Big Toe. I found the trailer for Urbanance again, and I was reminded how cool of an idea it could have been, and then they fucked it. There's the link, guys. Anybody who's post the web address.
You're gonna just move topic from Big Toe in like that?
Big Toe and
change subject. Toe truck.
A while ago, I mean, it's a pretty short conversation. A while ago, we went through a phase of being very hyped for My Hero Academia. I love the quirk system. I love that they have the superhero world, but they have appropriate rules within the world that dictates that everyone can be super, but not everyone can be a superhero. So we were having a thought experiment, thinking quirks could exist. And Owen, who was the butt of almost all of our jokes, we've come to the conclusion that his quirk would be the big toe, where he has a control over the size of his big toe. Just one, just one. He has control over the size of his big toe.
Big toe.
And the way that he'd fight people is he'd just go like, "Not so fast," and then he'd whap his big toe on them and just crush them to death with the largest toe possible. And his name would be Big Toein, or Big Toe Owen, or just the Big Toe, or the Toe Truck.
The toe truck. I came up with just before we started.
Yeah, that was Chaz's official contribution to that. Subverse is a hentai game that got $2 million in its Kickstarter. What? I am going incognito. Subverse.
Weak man. Incognito.
Subverse on Steam? Oops, sorry.
What did you do?
It's age gated. Oh my god.
This is an upcoming crowdfunded tactical RPG shooter.
Oh my god. This is the
erotic video game being
This is the cover art. This is the cover art.
I've just seen that.
Will the sex scenes be animated? You can... One of the questions was, will the sex scenes be animated, or are you just going to cook us with stills and voiceovers?
Let me read out the description on by Google.
Go on.
Subverse is an upcoming crowdfunded tactical RPG shoot-'em-up hybrid erotic video game, no commas, being developed by FOW Interactive for Microsoft Windows.
Explore a wacky galaxy.
RPG shoot-'em-up. That sounds like the deadest game you could come up with.
No, I'm so interested. I'm so interested. God. I'm well interested.
No, I can't play shit like that.
I'm nursing an erection.
I prefer the hentai games where you just select whether you want them to do anal or oral. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, what the fuck?
There's
a play button?
Have you seen the Kill la Kill one?
Oh, I'm actually really interested in Kill la Kill game. I think it'll be...
No, not the game, the hentai game.
Oh, no, I've not seen it.
Very ambitious fan project. Link? Later.
What the fuck?
After the podcast.
This is so well animated.
Give me so animated. Give me a fucking...
No, I'm looking at the trailer for Subverse.
Let me see.
Hang on.
Oh, Cyberpunk 2077.
Bioshagging?
What? It's being run on the Unreal Engine.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck? Oh my god.
Oh, it's all British?
What do you mean British?
Like the... Hang on. Give me literally 60 seconds.
What? Are all the characters British?
No, they're not. A couple of them are.
Okay. As long as
but
it's
some
not,
of them
like,
have that horrible
British.
American British.
Oh, like give me an example.
Like Tracer.
Oh god. That's like the worst type of British. That's just Tracer's a walking... Like, she's fit. Don't get me wrong, she's fit. She is a fucking walking stereotype. Her voice makes me want to kill myself.
What the fuck?
You can tell an American's gone like, oh, what do English people sound like? And that's what we sound like, apparently. So, alright, fair enough. Where did the stereotype of English people loving crumpets come from? Because I fucking hate crumpets.
I love crumpets.
I think they're some of the worst shit you can have for breakfast.
No, they're well good.
I think they're
What
great.
the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck am I talking about?
And hold their hand. Oh my god!
What? You can hold their hands in real life.
No, they're making a joke because they put "and you can hold their hands" and then very clearly had like a slightly censored scene of you just plowing one of them.
What if Yasmin finds out?
Finds out about what?
She checks your history. No, you're an English. But what if she found out that you played this? If you had this game, what if this game come out for 60 quid?
Just back it early and get a discount.
What if? Write a review about the Subverse wife.
You will be my wife. Oh my gosh, yes, I'm down. I've got all the images here.
Let me see. If there's any I find interesting. What are these? This is it?
No, that's one. Oh wait, no, that's all of them. Yeah, that's all of them.
Demi, illegal sex bar. Are you fucking kidding me? Lily Renegade Doctor.
Right. So you immediately have to pick a best
Khaleesian
girl.
Private Warlord. Fortune Cybercriminal. And just waifus, rumored allies. Because that's just a thing. Out of them,
off.
they all look pretty shit. I'm gonna go with Fortune because she's got short hair.
Let's see. Oh, Demi's quite good. Lily's alright.
Demi's a fucking robot. She's an illegal
Fortune's
sex
alright.
mod. They're all
Yeah,
shit, in my opinion.
Strong words from such a tiny, tiny man.
Look at the way their tits have been like.
Oh yeah,
Over.
the jiggle physics in the trailer. Like they make fun of the jiggle physics in the trailer. Like one of them's like, just fucking hell, they need to change these.
Just the shape of their breasts.
Breasts.
Breasts. They're not breasts. They're just
If you
like.
say so.
They look like shit.
If you say so.
I will say so. If we did a wife review, it'd probably be ranting or hating on it.
I mean, that is part of the review. It's an important part of the process.
But I mean, a later date maybe. If they reveal more girls, possibly we'll keep an eye on it. We'll raise an eyebrow, but we can't promise anything for episode 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 100. I'm joking.
I'm very interested. I'm interested
really?
in how some of this is going to turn out. Like there are parts. Jiggle physics do look overdone, overplayed. It looks a bit like a SMV thing, but I'm not completely against it just yet. I think there's potential for good shit. And if not good shit, then funny shit.
Funny because it's bad.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We'll have a look. We'll have to wait. It's kind of just in my character to shit on things.
Yeah, that's the thing that Chaz does.
Yeah, so
Man's a smeg.
Yeah, I mean, if you say so. I mean, it's quite bold of you to say.
Smeg.
It's quite bold of you to say that.
Well, you're just a pathetic
Quite
little
bold
man.
of you to say that. I'm a pathetic little man. Rob.
Yeah.
What have you accomplished in the past week?
I
Here we
started
go.
a new job.
You started a new job, and you hate it.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
I don't hate it. I'm just not used to it yet. But it's paying guap.
It's paying what?
Guap.
What? I didn't hear you quite. I'm joking.
I made like 1,600 this month.
Oh shit! Big bucks, big boy,
Yeah.
big
Well,
boy, big man. What are you gonna do with that?
Anywho.
You should buy GTA with that. It's on sale. And I think the sale ends tonight. You should buy Battlefield 1. It's £5. You're poor, my friend. Right, let's move on. Favourite cosplay ideas, Rob? What's this about?
I thought we were done. I thought
we're not
wow. Okay. Wow.
We've moved
Okay.
at a very slow pace today.
Okay.
Right, no, but let's just rush through these last few.
Okay.
We can do this.
So, real talk, I've always felt constrained in the world of cosplay by my hair. I have a very large afro right now. Whenever I'm considering cosplay, I'm always thinking of stuff that either has an entirely face-concealing mask that would cover my entire head, and therefore the hair wouldn't matter, or just any cosplay with an afro. So I could do Afro Samurai, I could do garter belt from PSG, panty stocking garter belt. That's it, really. Those are my two afro. So I always feel limited by that. What I'd love to do is a Monster Hunter cosplay, because you just make your own character. You can have an afro in Monster Hunter. And then I want to hop on that.
That would be cool. I mean, if I was to cosplay, I want to do Deku because I'd just get mad puss.
If you say so. Oh,
I would.
That one video of the Deku and Uraraka cosplayers, and the Uraraka cosplayers just got mad ass.
She was pretty funny. Do you still have that video?
I don't think I do, but you know when you just see an ass and you want to bury your head 6 inches in it?
It's like an ostrich.
Hope?
Full on, yeah. I do know what you mean. And she had a fine ass.
It was a bit exacerbated by the stretchiness and like spandex quality of her cosplay. So it wasn't 100% true to life, but it was still very nice.
Spandex is the best bit.
It's the persona vibe.
It absolutely is. Yeah, I know I said in wife review I want to cosplay Alistair because that's a fucking mood.
You what, sorry?
I said in the wife review that I want to cosplay Alistair because it's a fucking mood. His cosplay.
That would be a great cosplay.
Yeah.
I think. I'd love to do gender bent Nessa.
Yubi says you should cosplay Poochie.
Yubi says I should cosplay what?
Poochie.
Who the fuck is Poochie?
It's the bad guy from part 6. He's a black priest.
I'm sure he is.
And you were talking about shaving your afro off.
Yeah.
And he's a shaven man with a fresh haircut.
Have you seen?
That's fused in with his eyebrows.
Have you seen that JoJo video where they're doing bowling?
No.
Okay. That's fine, I guess.
You'll have to show me that.
Put it on the fucking fridge, I guess.
Wow. Okay. Rob, underrated video games. What are these?
It was just a buzzword that I came up with when I was thinking of how the fuck we're gonna find topics to put in this fucking podcast. If I was to actually think about underrated video games, I'd probably just think about old classics that I've played that are out of circulation now. I loved Time Splitters 2 back in the day. You can only call it underrated because of the history, because it's been like led to be obsolete because it's an elderly game. It certainly wasn't underrated at the time it came out, so I don't know if I can make that argument.
What is this?
Time Splitters is a first-person shooter where in the story, the whole story was that you are like an agent on a space station, and there's an invading alien race who seek to tear apart human history by going back in time and rewriting events. Okay. So what you do is you lock yourself in the space station with a bunch of time crystals and go back in history to rewrite the things that they're trying to rewrite instead. So you go back in history and do a bunch of like events and escape with the time crystals and blow them all up on the space station in the final mission.
You know what?
Yeah.
That game sounds very interesting.
Honestly, very chill. Like, speedruns of it are fun to watch. The best thing about it is that it's so characterful. First-person shooters back in the day were more fun arena shooters rather than skill and simulation, which meant that it had all of the fun wackiness that you'd come to expect from the more modern examples are Halo and Unreal Tournament. It was one of the predecessors to that kind of genre of shooters where everything was wacky and you'd run around and there'd be laser guns and pistols all in the same mesh, and there's like you could play as a gingerbread man. You could play as you could set each other on fire, and if you're playing
you could play as a gingerbread man in Fortnite, and you could play as a gingerbread man in Advanced Warfare as well. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Well, there you go. Best video game bosses, Rob. What was this?
Again, that was another buzzword that I was wanting to drop in there. Do you have any memorable bosses that you appreciate?
Memorable bosses. The first boss on Persona 5 comes to mind for me. Not as the best, but as just as like
It set the scene for the game going forward.
Yeah, because it was like it's the first time you hear the boss music, which is phenomenal, and it's just such a not a hard fight, but not like tremendously easy for like first time players.
Is it the Life Will Change track?
No, it's the boss music.
How does that go? Does it have lyrics?
No.
Oh.
I thought you knew it.
I probably do. I'm sure I'd know it if I heard it. Like,
you should search it up.
When you hear the
that's like the that's the calling card music. That's like when you steal.
Yeah. That turned my stomach the right way. Like whenever you drop the card and you suddenly
get
that
hype.
music.
You feel it.
Oh, what a well constructed experience when you think of how well it uses music in that way.
And then Rivers in the Desert at the end.
It's a pretty time.
Alright, before we close off, I've got a question for you, Rob.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's two things I want to get done. This might come across as a bit random. Have you seen the new Just Eat ads?
No.
You've not. Alright, so basically they've got like kind of like a jingle now, or a song for Varads,
Okay.
and I feel like you'd be quite into it.
Okay.
I used to hate it and think it was a bit cringy at first, but I heard it
link
on the
me.
radio, and I was just into it. Oh god, let me try to find it. It's up on YouTube. Let's see. Let's see.
I'm so ready.
Is this it?
I just got here, but you're already talking about your fucking ball sacks, so...
Okay. Okay.
Right, I've got it. What have you found?
Nothing that I care to share.
Alright, hang on, let me find a bit for you to skip to. Skip to 22 seconds in.
Okay.
It's a bit of a bomb.
Okay. Okay, I've seen this before. It was deep in the recesses. I do appreciate some half decent. It felt weirdly out of place and clashed with some of the other audio in the advertisement. So overall, 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10, bro.
6 out of 10. Nah, shit sucks.
Shit sucks, Dad.
Nah, shit sucks titty ass.
You're a villain. Speaking of people sucking titty ass, before we go and do the outro and everything, there's a certain person I want to shit on because
Go ahead.
it's what we're doing in the Discord. It's
Boris!
It's culture. Nah. I actually don't want to. I hate talking about politics. Like
Okay.
every time, it just creates wars.
Who are you pooing on this time?
JB yet again.
Oh, why?
Because this man recently made a bold statement.
Oh.
And I want to get your thoughts on this.
Okay, go ahead.
So he said that in a future anime convention,
Yeah.
he's gonna go with a friend.
Okay.
And he claimed that when they go, they're gonna fuck anime cosplayers.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
This man is 16, 17,
Around that age.
bit of a virgin, especially when you're making bold claims like that, my son. But,
I'll be honest, Chaz. There's a lot of people who just did growing up differently. You know what makes me a little sick. My older sister, a guy that she has been with lost his virginity at age 11. That's nasty to me. That's not nice.
that is pretty enough.
That sounds like either a very misguided or poorly trained child, or it sounds like rape somewhere.
Oh,
I don't like that. I don't. It sounds nasty to me.
I get that.
But when you start off that early, and when you have people available that early, like you don't know what fucking. And that's another thing. At certain of like versions of these conventions, especially the two most prolific examples I've heard. Homestuck conventions and furry cons.
Oh God.
Some people will just be there for sex, and because there's other people there for sex, they can just fulfill each other mutually. They can just find what a slag will find another slag, and then they'll slag out together.
Fucking furry cons, rainforest.
So I wouldn't if that's what he said he's going to do, and he's being serious, then I can't completely discount that. I'd just say just get your wee checked. Don't. Wrap up if you can.
to be honest, it is the dream to fuck an anime cosplay. That is the dream.
Oh, one day.
One day. Obviously one day. There was something
Also, JB, I hope you realise that I was trying to okay? I gave you just now. Chaz can hate on you if you like.
I mean, it's Discord culture. It's what we do.
Discord culture, fuck off.
I mean, no, that's why I wanted it to be in the playground insult thing, because I didn't want my Discord to all be hate, but like a certain someone turned it into that. I'm not gonna name names, but I think it's a bit obvious to you.
Sharon.
Sharon.
Oh, have you seen that video where Oh, I don't mind that my plane's gone. My wife just left me. Can't say a name. Sharon. Oh, do excuse me. He is so British. That man is so British. So I'm 6 beers in.
But yeah, honestly, I wanted like a specific channel in my Discord where all hate can just be like focused by having it in the playground insults thing. But like I said last time, until we get enough Discord members, that can be a thing, and hopefully a series on the channel, because it's something I really want to do. And I
think it will work.
I haven't seen anyone else doing it, so it looks good for me.
Invid of INP and Super Shadow 2021 just joined moments before we're closing up the
Jesus Christ.
Fucking the
Jesus
podcast.
Christ. You know how we can fix this? You know how we can stop people from joining late?
No, we want people. I mean, we want people joining.
We want people joining throughout, but you know how we can make it so people can join at the beginning, so we can get all the content they can.
What? Having it structured?
They can turn on notifications.
Fuck off.
You can also follow me on Twitter, and you know what else? You can join my Discord server, because I notify.
This is your second time shilling during the podcast.
About I mean,
just tell them it'll be in the description and move on. You sack.
Whenever I've been casual about
man's a sack.
Whenever I've been casual about it, it never works. So I need to force it down people's throats because people are ignorant, and that's a fact. And you know what? I'll admit I'm ignorant. Everyone's ignorant in this day and age. So you kind of have to like win people over in a way. And from what I've seen growing up, being a cunt can get you friends. So try that out.
Big up Owen.
Big up Owen. Owen's a straight up pussy, yo.
I'm sorry. What did you call him?
I called him a pussy, yo.
Did you say pussy yo?
Yes, we should make a cereal
like
called
a Cheerio.
Pussy. Yeah, that's the thing. Have you not heard of that?
I've heard of Pussy Hole. Oh my god.
We have pussy out here in a Mansfield.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm tired. My body's broken. I need to pick up Fire Emblem, and I want to find a dance class for me and Yaz to go
JB,
to.
your name's Bomber. Shut the fuck up. I'll say what I want. You can't even spell slaggy right. Prick.
Boomer.
Alright.
Slaggy.
Alright. Slaggy.
Oh, I'm down now.
Alright, so everyone who joined late, Invid of IMP, Super Shadow, Enorme, thank you for joining. You're a bit late.
Oh fuck, Enorma just got it.
Enorme just joined.
Wait, Chaz, before we go, I got a piano app on my phone.
Do you want to play a tune? Do you want to play a number?
Yeah, you ready? I'm gonna play.
Okay.
I'm gonna play.
Is this what I think it is?
Are you ready?
Is this what I think it is? Oh. You know what?
Hey!
I'm very disappointed. That wasn't what I was expecting. Do you know what I was expecting?
What were you expecting? Oh my god! I'm gonna learn that.
I thought it was obvious. I thought that's why you get the fucking app.
But
As if you're gonna
the
download...
piano's not long enough to do all that.
As if you're gonna download a piano app.
Just so I can go.
Yeah. You scum.
Oh my god! I can't wait. I can't wait to learn that. Oh, it's the best. JoJo memes are just the height. It's so fucked. It's just, I love the idea that you can just be like, I am in my room, completely safe, with no immediate threats. My name is Jono Giovanna.
Can you remember? This was we were at MCon, as we usually are, and we were just at some person's stall, or whatever you call them, and I can't remember what prompted it, but they said the word stand. They might have said understand or something like that. And as soon as as soon as we heard them, you just looked at, no, you didn't even look at me first. You looked off into the distance and went, a stand and just looked at me. Just went, you just like,
Yeah, yeah. Do you understand? Stand!
You just looked at me.
Stand up, Sky!
Doing that. Oh, that was a moment. MCon's a mood. Although we were really depressed last time. I think we've mentioned this in the past, but like next time we go, we need to up the morale because it was shit.
Next time we go, let's make it a boy night.
Sure. I mean, I'll be at college.
You know what we could do just to be fucked? Just get drunk before.
We could do that.
Oh, there was a little. Oh my gosh, there was for the before we go. We went to MCon recently. When I say recently, I mean like half a year ago.
It was like 2 months ago.
2 months ago now. And there was a guy dressed in the marshmallow costume, the full marshmallow with the thing on his head. And he walked past and went, "Oh my god, it's Fortnite!" And then a woman stopped in front of me and was like, "Do not make fun of him."
Wait, did she what? What was this?
Yeah, like when right. So I'm overstaying a bit. She did say that. She stopped and said that to me, but she wasn't that aggressive about it. Oh my god.
Wait, so you just saw him?
Yeah,
went,
we saw the marshmallow guy and I went, "Oh."
Was I with you at the time?
Yeah, you were. I think you were with me. I might have.
I can't remember a woman. I definitely remember you pointing him out to me. I remember you just saying, "Oh my god, it's Fortnite," and then I think the guy just looked at you and then walked off. And then throughout the event, you were like, "Oh my god, I feel really bad for that guy."
Yeah, because I was hoping that anybody who actually had the ball dress as a Fortnite character appreciate the it's Fortnite.
Yeah.
But it was just the fact that this lady thought that I was just taking fat piss out of him.
What did she look like? Was she
like a like a boomer?
Oh, boomer. Okay. Speaking of boomers, JB, happy birthday for last week. I know we hate on you, but that's just that's Mansfield spirit, my friend.
I don't hate
honestly, we shit on each other, but it's not hate. There's a bromance within that. Let me tell you.
It's romantic.
It's bromance. It's bromantic.
You know what I am looking forward to
while
I'm scrolling through the App Store?
Scrolling through the App Store.
Pokemon Masters. I think it's going to be pretty good. I think it's actually going to be decent.
I've not seen shit, if I'm honest. I know it's a thing, but I've not seen shit, so I can't really.
I'm pre-registered for it.
Ooh, big boy. I'll have to have a look.
Large dick.
Large dick male.
Yeah.
I'll have to have a look. I've been getting back into the Pokemon mood. I've recently been playing Soul Silver from time to time.
Oh.
Not as much. Soul Silver, in my opinion, is one of the hardest. Just because like you'll go into a trainer battle and the level will be like too low, and the same with wild Pokemon, so you can't really get any XP from it. Then you'll go on to like a big fight, an important fight like a gym leader or something, and they're just a much higher level.
Spice.
I've noticed that. But anyway, we've gone on for way too long. We were meant to end about 20 minutes ago. We've way over the limit, but that's the podcast. We had shit to talk about. That's true.
Some decent memes. Apologies about the people who don't always have the availability to catch streams. The good news is, like, because I put this as when I closed down my Patreon.
You cut out. Do you want to repeat that?
Sure.
Great. Thank you.
The good news is, and some of you already know because I put it in a message when I ended my Patreon, I'm in a new job now. And while I'm not completely sure of the stability, it is paying tremendous dividends. I am being paid more, and it's nice, and that money's going to go towards a computer. And when I have a computer, I can do fucking Smash Brothers live streams and Mario Maker live streams and just stuff where I can participate with fans on a much more personal level, in a much higher quality, maybe with a fucking like a camera. That would be fun.
Maybe with a very handsome and underrated individual to join you.
Yeah, like my brother. Yeah, I like to do
that's true. There's another person as well. You could also
cheddar cheese Owen. Yeah, that was
cheddar cheese.
Cheese Owen.
Whew, I know that sometime.
Yeah, my friend.
No, I was talking about that Chaz Die Great guy. Have you heard of him?
The Chaz man? Nah, he's not.
Really? He's really underrated, and like especially funny upcoming YouTubers, really a prospect in the.
I've seen his stuff. He's got. It's nice that he's around, but he's kind of like a small vagina.
What the fuck?
Fuck's sake. Anyway, lads, we're pushing on.
We'll absolutely get in my shit.
Wow.
All right, lads.
You know what?
I'm gonna. Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna tell you one last time. I'm not gonna spend too long. Links in the description.
The Discord,
Links in the description. Yep. Yep. We got that.
And the Pinterest, and the Instagram, and the LinkedIn for his professional portfolio in investment banking.
My PayPal as well. I'm joking. But now you can have my Twitter, my Discord. You can subscribe, turn notifications, give the stream a like if you enjoyed it. We'll see you all next time.
Wait, I'm putting in my email address.
Oh wow!
In fact, no, I don't want to put in my email address.
Because you're gonna get shit. People are gonna find that, and then we're gonna get you. We're gonna dox you.
It.
But yeah,
lads,
thank you so much for coming out. I enjoyed this. We didn't stream last week because we were just busy. But next week we're gonna get back into the scene. We're gonna get.
And Chaz could just edit an episode of the Waifu Room.
Bro, I was gonna do it last week, but I was just depressed. But this week I'm doing it. This weekend actually, I'm doing it tomorrow. Could you believe that? Tomorrow? All right, that's enough though. We'll see you guys in a bit.
Bye.
Have a nice night. Take care.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.
You done?
Bye.
Alright, so Rob is holding up the ending.